Welcome back to another one of my taste test videos. Today I'm doing another in the series of best Okazuyas in Hawaii. I am taking the advice of one of my viewers who recommended that I try Mitsuba Delicatessen. So that's what I'm trying today. Look at all this food. Alright, so if you haven't seen my other Okazuya videos, I'm going to put a link above and a link in the description box below, but you should really check out those videos as well. Big shout out to Marvin Miyashiro who suggested that I go to Mitsuba Deli. I'd never been there, but I always pass by it, and I always wondered what their food was like. So let me show you what I got. First of all, I got their famous Hot Dog Sushi. Look at that. That looks really good. That's something that they make special. I also got Kimpgoo gobo. I got their cone sushi. I got their beef teriyaki and their tofu noodles. And because Marvin said that I should really try it, I got their sweet potato crumble. Look at this. They make that in-house. Look at that. It looks so good. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to try was their famous hot dog sushi. And as you can tell, there's a red hot dog, there's a pickle wedge, and there's something else. It looks like daikon, and they put like mustard on it. It's very popular there. As you can see, that's the back of it. That's what it looks like. It looks really good. First of all, that hot dog in there, it's really good because it gives the sushi like that savoriness that you need. But that little bit of pickle and that daikon, that takuan, gives it like a crunch, and it gives it like a different flavor. Like the pickle gives it a little bit of like sourness, and the takuan gives it a little bit of sweetness, and then the mustard just brings all the flavors together. It's really good. I didn't know about it. I'm not a pickle fan. I'm not really a mustard fan myself. But all of these flavors together seem to really work well together. I can tell why this is really popular. This is really good. So anyway, next I'm going to be trying the Kimpgoo gobo. And Kimpgoo gobo is like one of the foods that you usually find in like Okazuyas. And by the way, if you are new to my channel and you don't know what an Okazuya is, it's kind of like a delicatessen where they have like a pre-made food that you can pick and choose, and it's a la carte and you can make your own plate. So anyway, I'm going to try the Kimpgoo gobo. I really like it. It's probably one of my favorite Okazuya items. So let me try this. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Sometimes when you go to places like this, the Kimpgoo gobo is kind of like hard to chew. It's not cooked really well, so it's like really crunchy and it's like just hard to chew. This one is really nice and soft, and it's very easy to eat. Sometimes they make it a little bit on the spicy side. This one is made with like a very nice shoyu flavor. It has like a soy sauce base, which is really nice. It seems to have been boiled in there a long time because the carrots and the gobo seem to be like a little bit on the softer side, but it really picks up the flavor because it's soft, and I think it's been boiling in there. It really holds on to the flavor, so it's very flavorful. I really like that. That would go really well with like some hot white rice. I think so. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to try is their teriyaki meat. They usually open at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I went at about 9, and they were kind of running out of Okazuya items, if you can believe that. And it is a weekend, but I didn't expect them to be so low on Okazuya items. I kind of wanted to try their chicken, but they didn't have any out. But they did have like the teri meat, so I wanted to try that. It looks really good. It looks really flavorful, and it looks like it's falling apart on my chopstick. So we'll see. Wow, that's really good. It has a really strong teriyaki flavor to it. The one thing that I noticed about all the food here is that the flavor is really like for example, the gobo, it's really inundated with flavor, which I really like. Sometimes like the flavor when you go to these places, the flavor of some of these things is like on the mild side, but that's not the case with Mitsuba Deli. They have everything that they have is super flavorful. The meat texture is really good. It does fall apart. It's not as soft as I thought it would be, but it still is really good. And it's so inundated with flavor. It's like soaked in that like teriyaki sauce. It's so flavorful. Like I said, this would go really, really well with like a bowl of like hot steaming white rice. The next thing I'm gonna try is their inari or cone sushi, and it's called cone sushi because look, it looks like a cone, right? But anyway, it looks really big. Usually cone sushi, sometimes from Okazuyas, are not this big, but this one is pretty big. So it looks like it has like really good seasoned rice, and it might have some things in it like carrots in it, but I can't really tell. I think those orange things in there are carrots, but we'll see. I'll try it. Mmm. Wow. That's really surprising. It has a lot of flavor. Okay, when I say that their food has a lot of flavor, I mean they have a lot of flavor. I really like this cold sushi, but it might be a little too salty for me. And that's kind of saying a lot because I really like my things salty. This has a very strong shoyu flavor. As soon as you bite into it, you can taste it on the outside, the skin of it. The aburage is very inundated with like a shoyu flavor, which is really good, but it's kind of strong, I have to say. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna try is their chow fun, and it looks really good. It has, I can see pieces of chicken in there, and this one has like bean sprouts, it has green onions. It looks really good, but let me try it. Mmm. Mmm. Okay, this is so good. Like I was saying about the cone sushi that had a lot of flavor, this also has a lot of flavor, but this one the flavors balance out. I really like this this chow fun. In fact, I think this is probably one of the better chow funs that I've tasted from Okazuyas on the island. It has so much flavor. It's so savory. And the noodles are cooked perfectly. They have a little bit of bite to them, but they're very soft. They're not like sometimes you get chow fun noodles and they're not cooked enough. These are really cooked well. I really like that. And then they have like little pieces of chicken, and that really adds to it. Mmm, that's so good. Okay, finally, the last thing I'm gonna try is this sweet potato crumble. And I never would have known about it if Marvin, my viewer Marvin, the one who recommended this place, didn't tell me I should try these. But anyway, it looks super good. It has like sweet potato in here, and it's just like a pastry. They make these in-house, so let me try it. Mmm. Oh my god, it's so good. First of all, that crust outside is super flaky. It's so good. And that sweet potato filling is so plentiful, and it's so nice and sweet. But it's not overly sweet, if you know what I mean. It's just like enough sweetness. This thing is perfect because it's like the perfect size, and it's like the perfect like taste profile because it has like the crispy, savory crust that's really super flaky, and then it has like the inside which is nice and soft and good texture and not as sweet but still very sweet and delicious. This is like one of the better things that I've eaten, one of the better pastries that I've eaten that is made locally. This is really good. Alright, so the food at Mitsuba Deli, if I could categorize it by saying one thing about it, I would say everything was super flavorful. I really liked that. Maybe the cold sushi was a little bit too much for me, but everything else was like perfectly flavored. It was like so rich in flavor, everything from the chow fun noodles to the Kimpgoo gobo and even like the teriyaki meat. It was so flavorful and delicious. Anyway, if you are on the island of Oahu and you happen to be in the Kalihi area, you should really check out Mitsuba Deli. I think that they're really great, and I'm so happy that Marvin Miyashiro recommended that I go there. Anyway, go check them out, go support them, support our local businesses. Thank you very much for joining me.